Training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Switch. Hey, 133.
On second down, here's Henry. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
80 weapons.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Trying to get it to Landry there. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On third down, Jackson steps away to his left. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. On first down, here's Breida. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Ready. 60 yard. 53. Mike. 64.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson flush to his right. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Being chased out left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or 2 there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson escaping the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
Here's Jackson to throw. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
Here we go.
On second and 11 now. Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Mayfield from the gun on third down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Here's another first and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. They'll try to run with Breida. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they come up now second and goal. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Matt Breida, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on third and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
The last play got just a yard. Here's second and 9 from the 26.
Let's set a tone. Hey, echo.
From the gun, Mayfield. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Here's Breida. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Matt Breida with his second touchdown here in this first half as the Ravens push further out in front. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now 14-0.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to...
Derrick Henry all alone, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Derrick Henry, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start on the ground with Breida. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Jackson now. Dancing to his left. It's caught. Jones. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion. They'll toss it to Breida. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Footing's definitely going to be an issue because it's tough to make those quick cuts that you're used to making on a soggy track. In fact, a Hall of Fame runner once told me, cut on your heels in this type of weather. Gives you better balance.
Throwing on second and 14. Jackson is going to let this one go deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Landry, the intended target. Now a toss play. It's Breida. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. To throw is Jackson from the gun on third down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Browns drive about to get started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. On second down now, it's Henry. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
Check, crunch.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That's taken in by Callaway. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
And the Browns first down.
Check my 40. Point it right.
First down, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Alert!
Mayfield looks to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd.
King! Hey, alert!
And again, it's Mayfield. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A first down there on a pickup of 25. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Now it's Breida. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
53, Mike, 53.
Play action. It's Jackson. Looking downfield for Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Hey, alert! Pistol. Up.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminated.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Give him 7 on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
Point it right. Hey, Award 33. Protein spill.
Third and short yardage. Mayfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
They run again with Breida. He'll have a first down past the 40 and brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line.
Well, that's one of the main responsibilities of a safety in any defense. A long way downfield before he's able to corral him, but that's why you have him on the field, the last line of defense.
He made the play. I don't know if it'll be remembered. They're probably so mad that the run went for that long.
Wonder if they were thinking pass in that situation as opposed to run and being caught a little bit out of position. Fortunately, he's able to track him down.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
53, Mike 53. Tackles. Watch twist.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And he floats one there, incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing is Jackson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny? When we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Bravo. Run.
Throwing. Mayfield. Flush to his right. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th.
Hey, alert 33. General West. Point it right.
A first down throw for Mayfield. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Check 13. Regular. Alert. Hey. High 7.
57 to Mike. I got it. Hey, check Mike 57.
Regular.
Mayfield on first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. The Browns on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, you.
57. You're not ready. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
Pistol.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Seibert's kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. They've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Regular.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
180. Hey, alert 33. Check. Hey, Charlie. Watch out.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off at his own 47. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Towards the end zone for Brown. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They run with Breida. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Grant, and he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Throwing now is Jackson. He completes it to Jones. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. They'll run on 1st down. Grant. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They go back to Grant. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Corey Grant, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started.
King.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Tighten up.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
To throw, Mayfield. Got an open man, it's Ratley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. Here's Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end.
Mayfield's pass complete to David Njoku.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away.